Well, I can announce that after what, about at least 3 weeks of having relating bits, um, replacing bushes, bearings, inspecting it all, cleaning it all, measuring it all, it's absolutely no different. Here we go. The noise is still there. You can hear it. In fact, I'd say it's actually noisier in some ways. If I knock it down to 125, so leave us both this way, it's got ever so slightly clunkier. Not not the end of the world. It just seems like a big waste of time, really. That's 2,500. I won't go there. 800, 1,200. 1,200 is about what I would turn Ali and stuff on. As one of you guys said, get some ear defenders. That's maybe what I'll have to do. So I've got work piling up, jobs to do. I had to put it back together again. I was losing the will to live. Although I said I wouldn't give in until I found it. Unfortunately, I don't think I found it. Um, so if anyone fancies popping in and having a look inside and seeing what they think, but of the 3 people that have, nobody spotted it, and I can't find it. And well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to start using the thing again soon. So, in fact, I've got to start a job today with it. So, maybe one day we will revisit this, and if we do, I'll let you all know what happens. So, this is the part that I've got to make for a buddy of mine. It's he races boats, and this is a stopper for the headphones. The head comms between he and the navigator. It's offshore, so they have to have a navigator. Um, the headphone jack goes into a hole. Well, when they're not using it, they pull the jack out. This is to stop the seawater getting into the socket. Now, his old socket is broken, so he got some new sockets. And in the meantime, they changed the sockets, the way that they work, and this flange is no longer the right size. So it's bigger. And also, he said that when they go into these plugs go into the hole. Oh yeah, the reason why he can't buy new plugs for the new sockets is because the company that make the whole intercom system and the sockets and everything else have gone bust, unfortunately, some of the times. And as a result, he's got the sockets, but he hasn't got the plugs. Now the headset plugs fit; they're fine, but the stoppers don't because they've got slightly smaller flange. So what happens? Well, basically this doesn't go in. So initially I suggested I just turn it down, but he said the problem with these ones is that they can't get them out. When they've got their gloves, they get in the boat and they've got their gloves on and everything. They can't pull the stoppers out to plug the other plug in. So he said it's really awkward. Also, he said that these just they sort of fall in the bottom of the boat and they lose them and all sorts. So I suggested that we make some new ones and we make this bit here obviously the right diameter, smaller, but we also make it longer and put some sort of handle on the back so you can pull them out with when you've got gloves on, and also a hole through with a chain or a piece of string or something like that so that you don't lose them. So it's basically got, as you can see, it's got an O-ring on there, obviously to stop the water getting into the works, and it's just made from nylon or something. So I've got, where is it? I bought myself a chunk of I don't really know what it is, some sort of machinable plastic from the Auto Jumble at the beginning of the month. That should make a few hundred. Certainly he only wants 2, so got enough to chuck up and turn down, and it should come in useful for some bushes or something in the future. But anyway, that's what we're doing. Okay, so I've just got the little O-ring. I've just taken that off so you can see the recess that goes into. So hopefully we can do that with a parting tool. That's the O-ring. So I've got a set of O-rings here. Just cheapo jobs, but I'm sure they'll be absolutely fine. So we've just got to find something which is similar or the same. There you go. That's the same O-ring there. So we've got plenty of those. So I'll take that new one, and what we need to do now is measure that all up. So we have, in fact, let me just get two of those out whilst I've got the O-ring set. So we've got two O-rings ready, and go and measure this all up. In fact, let me do it. Right. Just going to measure up the plug. The diameter is, let's quick drawing. Let's have a quick look. It's got that shoulder there, that's like this. We're going to need that dimension there. We're going to need probably that dimension there, and we're going to need hello mini, this is mini, we need that dimension there, maybe have that dimension there as well, and we want that dimension, which is the thickness of that, and on the end there we can have that dimension there. Right, so the barrel is 631 thou. So that's that there, which is 631 thou. The diameter of the end piece is 568 thou. 568.568. The reason why I'm doing this in inches is because my lathe is imperial, so it's just easier to do it in inches, really. So that's that one. That's that one. The length of the whole thing is. This is actually a very nice set of calipers. These are Taser. They're Swiss made. Accurate to half accurate to half a thou, and actually very nice indeed. They and obviously do metric as well, and they're absolute measuring, so they do keep what they say they're going to keep. Really lovely quality, and I think I paid £10 for them at the Auto Jumble, so they're absolute steal, really. IP67, so if you want to take measurements while you're underwater, these are the calipers. Liquid resistant, it says. IP67, I think, means a bit more than that, but they are really, really nice. And I've compared them against my Mitutoyo micrometer, digital micrometer, which is accurate to I think a tenth or 2/10 of a thou, or 1/10 of a thou. It's accurate to 1/10 of a thou, and they actually compare absolutely the same. They're absolutely cock on. Obviously, this is a plastic part, so tolerances. It's only a plug. It's not sort of anything. It doesn't have to do perform any mechanical action or anything. So probably fine. But these have been really handy over the years and really nice. I like Taser stuff. I've seen other Taser micrometers and been very nice indeed. I think they're a nice alternative to Mitutoyo or most of my other mics are Murray and Wright actually, but I do have a Mitutoyo one which I really like. But yeah, I keep my eye open for taser stuff wherever I can. Not much of it around, I don't see much of it about, but you can buy it new if you've got deep pockets. But anyway, so we measured that, we've got the O-rings. I can probably do that bit there with a parting tool. The whole little drawing up that behind it. I'll probably do that bit in there just with a parting tool. The rest of it straightforward turning. And then the back bit, I've got some ideas for that. I'll show you when I've done them. It's probably going to be a mushroom, maybe a form tool to make a nice little finger cut for a mushroom, and then I might just flat it on the end in the milling machine and drill a hole through for a piece of string or whatever, so that you can pull it out with the string. In fact, if you had the string on it, you wouldn't need a finger pull actually. Just a piece of string is going to do it. Might even be worth just having a sort of tab on the end, like a cable tie tab or something that you pull on. Anyway, done the measurements, ready to go. One of the things I find quite useful is this little whiteboard here. When I'm making a part like this and I'm sort of making measurements and unfortunately converting between metric and imperial, which I'm always having to do, I tend to make little notes on this. I know that 22mm, which is the outside diameter I've turned down here, is 866 thou. So I tend to, as I go, because I've got to make a couple of these, so as I go I tend to make the bits that I do, and I've just measured the length of this, and that's 551 thou, and the actual outside diameter is 630, 630, 631. So 631 is the diameter of that. So and as I do each step I'll write it on. Then when I come back to make another one, I've got all the dimensions already worked out. So that's sort of the way I do it. So we've just got to turn down the length now to 551. So that's that's better. I still think we should just stick chamfer on there. Just titubate that chamfer because it doesn't look as good as it did. There we go, that's okay. Right, now we need the shoulder. The cutoff is going to be this wants to be 260, the actual haunch, so parting block. So from this is not a critical dimension at all, it's just a sort of length of the body. I want to make it the same as the other one, so if I take just 0 this here, and it wants to be 260, so from there it's 1, 2, 60, there we go, and that's where we're going to go with it. So actually I'm just going to 0 it there, so here we are, and I did that to 71 thou, 77, so another 6 thou. 611 there. Between those there and there. That's 62. That's enough. Part it off on the other side, then turn it flat. Right, so chamfer tool back on. Chamfer tool back on. Nice decent chamfer on the back of there. Now what I did is I actually did this from the other end, but I could do it from here. So I actually just plunged it in to finger deep, as it were. If I start, did it from the other end actually, but I could do it from this end. I just have to work out, well, put it in the middle and then just move it up. So from that end there, I want stuff that's in the blooming way, you can't see what you're doing. Just want parting off there. Parting off time. I think we parted off right into that material there actually, which should be fine. Let's go. Just chamfer that. We might get away with not having to re-chuck it to turn off the back end, but you never know. I don't think I can get this in actually. No, I can't get it in. I'm left in the plumbing room. I suppose I could. Come on, get rid of all that bloody poodle fluff. Going over all stuff. There's two of them there. The first one is not quite so good in there because I didn't quite have my act together, but I got it a lot nicer on the second one. If I've got time tomorrow morning, I might just make a third one, but I've had enough for tonight. So, Powerboat racing headphone plugs complete.